Okay, I'm going to react to an absurd appearance on MSNBC by this woman here because she is so out to lunch. This is an example of a person that wants to go back so badly to the peak woke movement of about 4, maybe 3 years ago. So let's watch here.
Is actually for all men. You know, I think men are in crisis, actually, in this country.
So to be honest, if she justified this like the correct way, I don't think that statement necessarily is false. If you look at just home ownership rates, I don't know if crisis is the exact word to use, but home ownership rates, you could say family formulation, but that's down in men and women. So, I mean, if she kind of backed it up with a little bit of different information, maybe I could buy it. So far, I don't necessarily agree with her stance, but then she goes crazy here.
I think that plays out different ways. And not all men are in crisis, of course. And not all men are just at home listening to Joe Rogan, being angry or.
So, okay. Like, I've already seen this, but when someone like with a straight face says that, it's so funny. It's so ridiculous. Watching Joe Rogan being angry. If you think Joe Rogan is the extremist, by the data, I would even say objectively, you are the extremist. The most popular show in the entire world is not the extremist one. You believing it is, believing the people that listen to that show are in their home, whatever she said, alone being angry. That's an absurd, way far left statement that like you can't even see them. They're so far to the left. Just, it's like, it is literally laughable. That was I already have seen this clip, but I forgot the exact wording. Unbelievable.
Or being recruited to fascism.
And then you back it up. Those two things right back to back. Listening to Joe Rogan being angry, recruited to fascism. So this person has no grip on reality. You could tell right now, this person like could be I think this person is probably mentally ill. I'm not going to make a diagnosis. That's not my job. I'm just a guy talking on the internet. That is an absurd statement, and I feel like, I mean, I'm not saying they are, but there's a chance because that's ridiculous. This train of thought would be laughed at mercilessly, mocked by everybody probably 10 years ago. To say, I don't know what the most popular show in the world was 10 years ago, but then to say, then great next statement, recruited to fascism. So I don't know if that would be like Howard Stern, maybe would have been big back then. Maybe like Jay Leno, the Jay Leno show. But this person's completely, like, this person wants peak woke so badly. They want to cancel people. They want their power back. They hate the way that there's free speech now, and people just are over this sort of garbage.
Some just need therapy, like we all do.
So again, like, that's why the mentally ill part, the obvious projection here. Some just needs therapy, like we all do. I go to therapy. You just say that then. Just say off the top, I think everyone needs to go to therapy because I do. I feel bad. Not me, I'm saying her in the clip. I go to therapy. I want to feel better about my decision to go to therapy. I want to try to project this on all those men that don't like me or I don't like. Hey, you guys just go to therapy like I do. It'll fix all your problems. Then you could come on this MSNBC show and be nuts because of all the therapy, all the help you got from therapy. You can come on here and think that people that listen to the most popular show on earth could be linked to being recruited to fascism. This woman is out of her mind. There's no other way to put it. There's no way to sugarcoat that. This lady is actually crazy. I go to therapy.
I go to therapy. That's great. But
thanks for telling us. We believe you, lady. That's great. Thank you. Thanks for that information.
I think we need to have a real conversation about that rather than allowing this kind of drift toward this faux masculinity.
So these type of people, like not these two on the screen, I don't know what they said, but the faux masculinity type people that would say something like that and think that Joe Rogan represents that, they just mean a man being pretty much a normal person. They're far right. They're fake. They're like a bad person. They're nuts. There's no, like, Joe Rogan, if you watch the show, and I don't watch it all the time, but it's not an extreme show. I mean, I don't even need to explain that. If you've seen it once or twice, he's like moderate. He has left people on, right people on. A lot of his politics I don't even like. And like, he doesn't even really like Donald Trump, I don't think. I don't think he likes Donald Trump at all, really. So Just the attack, like this is just a desperate attempt to just attack men in general. If you're going at Joe Rogan, you just do not like men. Next time they're gonna go at like, I mean, I don't know who they would go at. Any man that would rise to being popular, they'll just go at him. Oh, that person there is an example of toxic masculinity. They attract people to look for faux masculinity.
That we see Donald Trump evincing.
And what I see is
exactly.
So I mean, to say all that with a straight face is absurd. And that's the end of the clip. It's very short, but anyway, I just want to make this video. Thankfully, though, and I think this is a big tribute to the platform X, which I don't like everything that happens there, but this woman is getting like roasted online, and rightfully so. This type of stuff could only become popular in a culture of a ton of censorship. If you just blast this out there and no one criticizes it, because everyone criticizing it gets censored, you might have just people sitting at home, maybe like younger men, be like, wow, I guess, is she right? Do I need to go to therapy? Am I listening to Joe Rogan? And is that making me like more extreme and more lonely, or whatever her position was? Like, so it's good that she's getting roasted, because this type of attitude certainly deserves to be roasted and called out, and this lady's take here is terrible. So with that said, I'll end the video here, but thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great day.